Hi, this is Roy Coughlan of the Speaking Podcast. Welcome to episode number 8. And I wanted to bring this episode because it's New Year's Eve. I know it's New Year's Day in Australia, but most of the other countries it's New Year's Eve. And we tend to think about New Year's resolutions despite partying. And I can just give you a bit of how I go about that. One is I kind of look back on what I did on the previous year. So regarding speaking, I did, open mic comedy, open mic TEDx, I 30 speeches probably, opened at Toastmasters Club. But also, every time I done a speech, I recorded the majority of them, but I also asked for feedback because when you're in a competition, you're not allowed to record. But I would ask the people there to give me feedback. So after a competition, I would ask people, even if I had won, going on to the next round, I'd write to them all and I'd say, how can I be better? So I would write to, especially if I knew there's very good Toastmasters there that I knew would be giving a good evaluation, so they could be critical and pinpoint some things so that I could, do better the next round. And that has helped. So that's something perhaps you can try. I also want to let you know about upcoming podcasts. So I've recorded 4 this week, so there'll be one being launched in probably Wednesday or Thursday. Ones I've done, I've got the best sales trainer in Poland. He was recently came first in a competition. I've got one regarding a guy that's doing martial arts, tantra teacher, a TEDx speaker who do over 7 million views, another guy that's actually teaching coaching, so if you're a coach it'll be ideal for you. And there was a very good one today, and the guy is only 17 years of age, but he's an extremely confident speaker and he's showing how he actually done that. And I think for the younger audience, or if you've got children, this would definitely be of help to you. I just want to say as well that I got up to number 7 in the education charts. So I just want to thank everybody that listened to the podcast and really appreciate that. And also we had episode number 4 was about breathwork. So I mentioned that they'll actually give a digital copy of their book. So if you go into our Facebook group, Speaking Podcast, I'll provide the link in that so that you actually be able to download their book. If you haven't listened to that episode, I'd highly encourage you to go back and actually listen, because it's fantastic. There's some brilliant advice on that. And how to actually contact us. So our website, speakingpodcast.com. If you have any questions, roy@speakingpodcast.com. We're on Instagram and YouTube at Speaking Podcast. Unfortunately, that wasn't available for Twitter, so I've started using an older one that I have. It's Poleira, so that's Poleire for Twitter. And the reason that it was called Poleira is Pole for Polish, because I live in Poland, and Era is the Irish for Ireland. So Twitter is @Poleira. Like with regarding speaking, if there's something that you don't like in the world, it's something that annoys you, like if you want to see change, I'd encourage you to be that change. And the way to get your message across and have people backing you and following you and helping you achieve that is to be a better speaker. So there's a lot of advice on all the previous episodes, so I'd encourage you, if you haven't listened to all of them, go back and get as much information as you can. And as I mentioned, there's some fantastic ones lined up, and I have another 30 planned. So I previously said that I would be releasing 2 a week, and that seems to be the way that I'm going to go. So expect to see like a shorter one midweek and a longer one, 30 minutes to an hour later on in the week. So I won't keep you too long because I know you've got to be partying. I just want to say thank you very much for everybody that gave ratings. If you like what you're listening to, I'd appreciate if you can go and give a rating, and also share with your friends if you think that there's somebody that would benefit from public speaking or from these podcasts. Let them know. And I would just like to wish you and your family fantastic 2019, and I look forward to sending a lot of good podcasts your direction.